lumps of gelatinous tendon, something you've got to eat when you're in Chinatown. Wow, so they said that they boil the tendon for half a day, that's why it gets so tender, that's why it's so good. But then they're still boiling more pots of their specialty, which is again the tendon of the beef they do sell for lunch, but then they wrap it up after lunch, so these are probably for the next batch when it starts to get busy later on mid-morning. I also couldn't resist the chicken curry with bamboo shoots. I love bamboo shoots. This curry is again a little bit mild, but really soothing, really rich and thick. Oh yeah, what a place, friendly, delicious. And what's the name of the place again? Foreign. It's a little hard to pronounce. Hikangari, it's Chinese. It's Chinese, so it's a little hard to pronounce even in Thai, but highly recommended. That was great. Big shout out also to a restaurant which is one of the legends of Jingari. They're extremely famous. I made a video there a long time ago, might highlight it here, but you can also go there. But this place is incredible. Okay, we've got a lot more to eat today. We are moving on to the next place. We're actually getting to the end of Yawarat and into an area called Puhurat, which is famous for textiles, for clothes, for fabrics. But the next dish that we're gonna eat, it's something that is almost omnipresent. There's so many places to eat this dish, and it should be just up ahead down an alley. Okay, you walk from the main road, you come down this alley. What time is it now? I think it's exactly 10 a.m. there. Open right at 10 a.m. We're here right on time. Okay, so located down the alley, this place is called serving what is dish number 3, which is lakshin bla, which is fish balls. Fish balls are very common in Chinatown. You'll find them. They're very popular, very famous, something you have to eat. They were just explaining to us that the restaurant has been here for 80 years, third generation now, and its uncle in the back from his family passed down from generation to generation, and this is the type of place that has so much history, so much heritage. The traditional recipe of fish balls, the way they're supposed to be done, not compromising, it's truly an art. You can choose your different noodles. I got the egg noodles, and then she really artfully blanches those, puts them in your bowl. I got the dry version, and then she adds in some seasonings. She adds in some pork lard, she adds him, or I think there's some garlic in there as well. She adds in some green onions, and then she has an assortment of different fish balls. I got a mix of different fish balls, which she then adds to your bowl. It looks fresh. They hand make all of their own fish balls for 80 years, same recipe. Okay, and we got here right as they opened, but if you come here a little, maybe probably within an hour, or as it gets lunchtime, it's packed. And also she sells out, I think, by around noon or so. Let's take a look at these fish balls. You could just see how bouncy they are. We got a variety of different fish balls and dumplings and fried fish balls, and then I got the egg noodles on the bottom, which she blanches here. She adds in some pepper, she adds in some lard. There's some lard chunks in there as well. Which one should I eat first? Maybe this guy. Take a bite of a fish. Oh yeah, you can feel how spongy it is, that texture. And the good news is we have a whole nother extra bowl full of the fish balls, so we can taste one and then we can have more. The sponginess of that fish bowl, oh my cup. Okay, alright. Saying that they mix it all by hand, they chop it by handy, no blender or mirror. 3 different types of fish, and sometimes with some of the lots of fish balls these days, they'll blend it so it's too smooth and too fine of a texture, and then sometimes add flour. These you can tell they're just fully fish. When she says it's a hand chop, handmade, completely handmade, and that just totally is the texture that you want. I Mean it's spongy, it's a little bit coarse, oh, that is incredible, and so fresh, it doesn't have any kind of a fishy taste whatsoever. Wow, that's delicious, that's sensational, that's just handmade quality. It is time to do a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of chili goes in, and you gotta get a little bit of vinegar as well. Egg noodles, there's bean sprouts in here. She adds in a little bit of pork lard, fried pork, and then there might be some garlic in there too, and then spring onions. Good springy, really thin egg noodles as well. I mean the noodles are kind of just the filler here. It's really all about the fish balls, and we got to take a look at this soup. This soup is incredibly clear and clean. It's so pure, so clean, not oily, and it's just kind of this flavor that's just kind of you taste it at the front of your mouth, like where you really get that flavor is when it goes down, and that's just kind of like oh, it's just soothing. And so you could get it your noodles with broth in the noodles, but I really like it on the side, and then you can just kind of drink the soup as you go with the dry noodles. That way you really get the flavor of the dry noodles plus the dry fish balls. Okay, let's move into some of the other fish balls like this one. Oh wow, that one is amazing. Oh, there's some kind of an onion new taste to that one. Music. Now that you get another taste of that, I think that texture in that fish bowl, I think it could be water chestnut, because it has that kind of crunch to it, that juicy crunch to it that contrasts the texture of the smooth bouncy fish box silky fish ball. But something you'll notice is that every single fish ball has a different texture, a different taste, a different feel in your mouth. And as we're sitting here now, it's just full. Their phones are ringing, people ordering. You can tell why they sell out pretty much before lunchtime. They're sold out. Okay, I want to try this dumpling. Not totally sure what the dumpling is, but let's try it. Oh, it's a combination of shrimp and pork. I think you've got the bouncy texture of the pork plus that kind of silky flavor from the shrimp. Oh yeah. That's that bounciness. You don't want those fish balls to slip out of your chopsticks, might bounce on the table and bounce back at you. They're that bouncy, oh man. And that always is a sign of quality. So satisfying. Okay, we've eaten 3 of the most iconic dishes, Thai street foods. Thai Chinese street foods that you have to eat when you come to Yawara. We have 2 more to go. That was extraordinary, and it really is hard to find that quality, that level of fish ball. They're so friendly too, and they wouldn't charge us. They didn't charge us for that. That was so nice of them. Highly recommended. That was delicious, and what a cool location down in alley. Okay, we're moving on. More food coming up. It's a bit of a walk. We walked all the way across Chinatown basically to the other side, and we're on the outskirts of the other side near to Wallampang, and we have almost made it to the next spot. But actually it's really good. I needed a little walk after 3 meals already and ready to eat again. We're at number 4 is hoi tod, which is a fried oyster omelette. Music. Uncle is an absolute pro. He's been doing this foreign